The bar closes and you feel like falling down. I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. No, I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart.
So I messed up on the top plate and made it a little too narrow. Anyways, I did my best to sort of salvage it. It's actually a two-piece top plate. That's bolted together, and then the T-yoke is tall, and then we did a bunch of just random slugs left over from PA drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, it's only got 4. I thought it had 5. Nope, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just a quad. And then what I did was I used a riser, a spacer, because naturally this is the Phoenix Gold TI frame, titanium. And it uses 2 terminals for each coil, and then it has a third terminal for to light up an LED that went up through the pole and came up through the cone. Really cool design, probably Larry Frederick kind of stuff. But we got a bunch of these from Glenn up there at NCA Labs, because they were the ones that were building them, and he just liquidated that in like a pallet of frames to me. This was years ago, and I still have this one left. And I have a box specifically set for this frame because it's kind of a weird frame, and then we had to turn it down in order to get the wraparound gasket to fit. So we made quite a few modifications, and I think this is the only one that I have left. The natural spider that goes on there is about 9-inch, and then I think even there's actually 2 steps. There's an 8-inch spider landing and then a 9-inch spider landing, and they actually used both. And when you do that, you limit your excursion to only what the smaller spider can provide. So, but I was originally going to use the Slim Jim coil to fit in the gap, which would be dual 2, but I got the new 80 millimeter coils, and so I wanted to try that. And those end up being about 1.3 ohm DCR. So it should be right around 2 ohm final load. And I wanted to use this one for home or something like that, where somebody could really have fun with it. It's not as beautiful as some of my other work, but it's all Gonzo and it's all homemade. We ended up using the 2-layer spider that we import with the quad leads, and I was able to double up. So each side has 2 4 leads, and then the other side has 4 leads as well. We were able to fit the 4-gauge terminals on there, and then I just used a little jumper with some oxygen-free speaker wire from Recoil to put that on there. And let's run the specs. Let's run the. I kind of like that. It's funny. Let's move this. Tilt it up a little bit. There we go. No, it's acting out. There it goes. Okay, so the FS is right at 31 after that break-in. And then let's go ahead and put the mass on. Alright, so VAS is at 1.2 cubic feet. So there you go. Let's get a good look at that. For those people that are keeping track, the QTS is 1.2. Not that that means anything. Again, a high Q is represented by a very low, very small impedance hump. Meaning that even at impedance, even at FS, It's not very violent, meaning this is smooth. Yeah. So, go fuck yourself. I did this method before with the, what did we do with the copper dust cap, but I'm going to do it again. I think this inner cap is just a little too small. I'm probably going to import a either a 185 or a 190 millimeter so that we can put it inside there, and it'll you want it to cover both stitch rings, but not cut into the surround, because otherwise it'll poke. What I really prefer is to be able to go into the cone and epoxy there, but I have not tooled up the proper, they want like, I think it's like $500 plus on top of the whatever $1,000 for the dust cap, for the cost of the dust cap, but you also got to pay tooling for the stamp. And it may be easier for us just to use some of the larger caps that we have and then get them stamped here locally from somebody that has a press with a, what's called a ruler, ruler die, I think something like that. I don't know, I'm sure somebody will correct me, but basically they use a wood jig and then they put a real thin piece of metal in there and sharpen it. It's all precision, and then it comes down with a big press and just stamps it. And sometimes you can put a jig to hold the dust cap because of the concave, and it'll stamp it perfect. So that's all they do in China, but you know, Chinese people want money. Go figure. It's like Max Headroom shit. Anyways, this one is for sale for $400 local. I don't really want to ship it. If I do, I'll charge you probably $80 because it's got to be probably crated or definitely handled with care. But like I said, I have that box. It's a big ported box. I think it's like 2.7 cubic feet, which of course is much larger than the VAS. No, I don't think it's, I think it's about 2.7. Again, it's on the big side, but some people like that. And so with a heavy excursion woofer, I forgot to finish telling you is I put an adapter in there on the 9-inch landing, and then you slightly open it up so that it can take a 10-inch spider, which is what I did. And if you can see, it hangs over a little bit, which is fine. It clamps where it's supposed to clamp. And I didn't want to run bolts all the way through it because it would kind of ugly it up. So, but it's a 3-inch coil, so it should be pretty good. It's not going to be stressing out this spider too much. And I think that was it. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I love you.